And welcome back to Good Day Northern Michigan. To support fundraising efforts, the Cadillac Leadership Class will be hosting Thrifting, Threads, and Belly Laughs.
That's right. Here with us to discuss the comedy show are Scott Schryer and Anastasia Birdsell. Did I get it right? No, Anastasia.
It's okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about it just too hard. Too hard. All right. Well, before we get into the specifics of the comedy show, let's start with the Cadillac Leadership Class. It's run through the chamber, right? Tell us how that works.
Correct. Yeah. So if someone is interested in learning about leadership in their community, they approach the chamber. They can reach out to Beth Miller and talk about the application process. There's scholarships available so that financial barriers aren't going to prevent you.
Nice.
I'm a scholarship recipient as well. And you meet every month, you tour different business industries in our community, and you learn about how to be a leader in the community. And we also get the opportunity to choose a project that we then fundraise for and help the community through different choices. Ours this year, Scott can give you a little bit of info on.
We are partnering with the Habitat for Humanity, and we are building a community space, a building that will have both a workshop in it and a classroom side to it. So they'll be able to both teach people how to rehab furniture and learn some of those handy things when you're owning a house. Mm-hmm. And on the other side with the classroom, they'll be able to do some financial literacy classes and CPR things to make people self-sufficient.
They're desperately needed is more of that like trade learning. I feel like a lot of people, you know, when auto shop, when wood shop, when all those things started leaving the public school systems, I didn't learn how to fix my roof or file my taxes. Yeah. So this is such a wonderful opportunity for a community to grow.
Yes, and you're 100% right. Something as simplistic as budgeting, you know, just teaching somebody how to do it. You know, it's just like anything in life. You don't know until the first time you're forced to get out there and do it yourself and kind of work the cranks out of it. So. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious about the decision to choose this project. I mean, this is a fairly significant undertaking. It's not just raising money to give to somebody else to do something with. Talk to us about how you guys came about this, the meeting of the minds, as it were, to make this a reality too.
So for the leadership class, places throughout the community put out a project that they have interest in having come to fruition for the community. So we reviewed, I think, 6 or 7 projects. And then as a class, there's, I think, 19 of us in the class. We talked it out. We talked the pros and the cons, you know, what's going to reach the most population, things like that. Budgeting, who's got a pretty good plan in front of them and who needs to work a little more on their plan before, you know, it can be worked. And then it came down to a group vote, and it wasn't hard to get on the same page with Habitat. It's a pretty good organization to jump on board with. So.
Well, let's move on to the fundraiser, Thrifting, Threads, and Belly Laughs. Tell us a little bit, what's going on?
So with our class, we found that a very common theme was that we're all very comical. And so when it came to choosing a fundraising opportunity, we decided to fuel that comedy that we shared into the community. So we chose a comedy special. We'll have 2 comedians coming, and it's going to be at the WEX Civic Center on March 8th from 6 to 8. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to involve local businesses as well that are going to bring in and help us fundraise for our community. We're super excited about it. Another part of that is encouraging people to thrift for their outfits. So the Salvation Army is offering 50% off if you go to their store in town, shop for your outfit, and you show them the flyer, you'll get half off. There will be drinks available. There's a food truck, a local food truck is going to be there, and we're super excited for all of us to get to see the community and support such a fantastic cause.
Absolutely.
That's very cool.
Absolutely.
Scott, what's the ultimate goal? I mean, how much are you hoping to raise, or how much do you need to even break ground on this project?
Our ultimate goal is $70,000. That's the project itself, and we're working with different pieces. You know, some side contractors that are willing to donate some time. You know, any way we can break a little piece off, but we've got a couple different fundraising sheets out there. So if you're an individual and you want to put some money towards it, just to, you know, help the out, or if you're a business and you can add a little more to it, then, you know, we've got a lot of different options for pretty much anybody who wants to be a part of this.
What's been the response been to this leadership class? Because it seems like this is a great way to develop the future business leaders of this area.
Yes, this leadership class is an amazing thing. I've known it's been in place for a number of years, and I've always kind of tiptoed around going to it. You know, I was a little hesitant, but getting into it this year, between the networking and learning the different things going on in your community that you really had no clue. There's so much happening in this local area. And just getting to know new people, and, you know, like I said, we've got 19, 20 people in the class, and that's 18, 19 people I would have never met, but probably will stay in touch with the rest of my life because of the relationships you build.
Absolutely.
I did a similar class, I don't know, 15 years ago up in Traverse City, and I still keep in touch with most of those people
Yes.
too, so that's great. Anastasia, what do you take away from the class, and maybe someone who's watching, why should they consider signing up for it next year?
Oh, absolutely. I have learned so much just in putting trust in a group of people, making sure that we're all honoring our strengths, and then also helping those who are still in a very early phase of their leadership journey, how we can inspire them, how we can bring them forward. Another big takeaway was just getting to know more about our community. We came to this studio a month or two ago, and we got to see the behind the scenes of how things actually work, and I think it takes away a little bit of our ignorance and just the everyday function and how things are supposed to go. We get to see the hard work that goes behind our manufacturing, our education, our media, our government, and it inspires us to continue to invest in our community. And I think that's huge. Although it's a large town, it's a small community here. And making sure that we're honoring that and setting an example for the kids moving forward is how we're going to retain that community feel. It's been really special.
I love
Absolutely.
it. Well, Scott, Anastasia, thank you guys for being with us.
So much for
Thank
coming
you for
in.
We'll share the interview and some more details over on our website at 9and10news.com if you want to check out that comedy show or support the efforts there of the leadership class at the Cadillac Chamber. Good to have you guys here.
Thank